We don't need any bad vibes when we're trying to achieve big goals. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. I'm Leah for those of you who are new. So today we're going to be talking about how you can stay motivated to achieve your 2020 goals. I've spoken a lot about my goals recently, obviously because we're in a new decade now, so you know, new decade, new year, all of that just means new goals. And also the other day someone asked me how I stay so motivated, so I thought I'd just come and share with you guys. So first of all, you need to find a big reason why. You need to have a look at all your goals and say, why is it so important for me to achieve all of these things? Like, what's the reason behind these goals? I think when you haven't got a reason why, that's when you start questioning why you're actually doing something, and you'll just never be able to stay motivated because it's like, well, there'll be no purpose to it. And also money is just never enough to motivate you. There's always a reason behind the money. So for example, if you set yourself a goal of, I want to be earning £10,000 a month, you need to look at, okay, why? Now, the first reason why might be because, oh, I want to spend more time with my family, go on days out and things like that. And then you have to look again and say, okay, why? And then it might be, okay, when I was younger, I didn't spend a lot of time with my family because they were always working. So that's like a really, really strong reason why. But to just say like, oh, I just want to earn £10,000 a month with no reason why behind it, it's kind of just like, it's not enough to keep you motivated. And if you did set yourself a financial goal like that, then you've got to kind of look at, well, what are you even going to spend the money on? So what type of lifestyle is £10,000 a month actually going to give you? So does that mean you can go on holiday twice a year? Can you buy this? Can you do that? I think especially when you set goals that are to do with money, you do need to have a lot more substance behind it. Otherwise, the money will just not keep you motivated. But yeah, with all your goals, whether it's money related or whatever, you just need to find the reason why behind it and try and get as deep as possible, because that's what will really keep you motivated. Also, make sure the way that you're getting to your goal isn't going to be completely soul destroying as well, obviously, because that is just going to quickly demotivate you. So for example, if you want to lose half a stone, but all you can eat in a day is like 2 eggs, then that is obviously going to be quite soul destroying. One thing that's really helped me recently is breaking down my goal into smaller chunks. I did do a video on this before talking about how I've broken down my vision board into more manageable goals, so I'll leave a link in the description bar below to that. So I know for me personally, I've set really big goals for myself this year, and there's just no way that I could get everything that I need to do done quickly. I needed to break it down and say, okay, if I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, then that will get me closer to my one goal. Whereas I think when you look at all the goals you have overall, it can be quite overwhelming because it's like, there's no way that I'm going to get all that done. And it's just nice as well to be able to reward yourself and say like, oh, I did this little thing that's going towards my big goal for the end of the year. So the next thing I do to keep me motivated is visualize my goals. So I have my vision board next to my bed, and as part of my morning routine, I look at this every morning and I'm just like imagining my life with all these things that I've put on my vision board. So I'm like imagining my life with a new car, or with the new properties that I want to buy, just things like that. So I really just like take it all in, and that's kind of like a daily reminder to me of what I'm working towards, and it just puts me in such a good mood as well, because I'm like, oh my god, this is what my life will be like. Like, you just really got to get into the zone and really say, okay, this is my life, this is my life, this is my life. Vision boards are definitely a great way to visualize, but if there's like one thing that you're working towards, you could like set that as your phone screensaver so it always reminds you, just things like that. Another tip is keep reading personal development and motivational books. This has definitely really helped me recently. I've been listening to Jen Sincero, You're a Badass at Making Money and You're a Badass, and honestly the books are so good and I find them so motivating. Like, I just love when you listen to a book and literally straight away you just want to take action and you just want to go out there and go crazy and achieve all your goals. Like, I love when books do that. And also I think it's really useful to find books that are in your niche. So for me, for property, I love when I read a property book and it gives me a new idea, and then I'm like, oh, we can try this next time or something like that. So that always keeps me motivated. I've also mentioned before that I really love podcasts, and I especially love podcasts where people are being interviewed, because I think you really get to know the person. And one of my favorite property podcasts is called TED Talks, and this really helped me last year when I needed motivation, because I'd hear other people's stories and then I'd be like, okay, I can achieve that as well. So I really like listening to podcasts where they interview just like normal, relatable people, and yeah, I just find it really motivating and it definitely keeps me inspired. I also did a video about my favorite podcast, so I'll leave a link in the description bar to that as well. I've also recently started listening to loads of motivational speeches. So on Spotify, my favourite one at the minute is Fearless Motivation and Fearless Soul. And basically it's just people giving you different motivational talks about different things. So my favourite one out of all of them is called The Best Revenge. And it basically just talks about how the best revenge you can have is to just forget about other people and be successful. It's just really good. It just keeps you like really motivated. But they talk about like loads of different things. So I definitely recommend that. Even like the way they give the speech, it just makes you want to like get up and do something. And I think if you're feeling a bit down and you're in a bit of a rut, then those are really good to listen to because it instantly like uplifts you. Like every morning when I'm in the shower, I'll put one of them on and I'm like, yeah, let's go get this bread. My next tip is to surround yourself with positive people who are going to motivate you. Like when you're surrounded by people who are doing amazing things, it's going to make you want to do amazing things as well. Otherwise you'll feel like you're slacking. So definitely hang around with people who have got big goals and who are similar to you, because this will keep you motivated to want to do better. And definitely cut out the amount of time you spend with negative people, where if you tell them you want to do something, they're going to be like, oh no, because of this, because of that, blah blah blah, because that's just going to rub off on you, and we don't need any bad vibes when we're trying to achieve big goals. The next tip is something that I've also added into my morning routine. I might film a morning routine video soon if you guys want to see that. One of the things I've been doing is journaling as if. So basically I write out how I want my life to be and how I imagine a day in my life to go. So basically what I do is write something like, I'm so happy and grateful for my new puppy, Phoenix. So I've written something as if I've already got it. It's just really good for your subconscious mind, and it definitely makes me feel way more energized because I'm like, yeah, look at all these things I'm gonna get. Look at my amazing life. And then eventually the thing will come true and I'll be like, oh, I used to like write about this. And my final tip is to just have patience. You have to really trust that these things are gonna happen. If you keep thinking to yourself, when's it gonna happen, when's it gonna happen, when's it gonna happen, it's just not gonna happen when you think it's gonna happen. I saw a quote on Instagram about patience, and it was basically saying that if you planted a seed for a flower, you wouldn't keep digging it up every 5 seconds like, where is it, where is it? You just water it and look after it as you needed to, and then just eventually one day you'd have an amazing flower. That's kind of like the same thing with your goals. You just need to kind of be patient, and it will happen when it happens, but you can't be forcing it and being like, when's this gonna happen, when, because otherwise you'll just go crazy and then you'll just be like, oh, it hasn't happened yet after like 2 days. So those are my little tips on how to stay motivated. Let me know what other videos you want to see. I'd love to know. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.